Hey guys, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Today's video is a bit different for two reasons. I just put up, you won't be able to see it, I just put up four fingers. Anyway, this is different because this is A retail lot. I'm making a Florist today, and B, this is my first build with the new Sims 4 Seasons expansion pack. I am so glad that this is finally out, been anticipating this forever, as have we all. But yeah, so here we go. I've already started doing the base of the build. So this is, based off of what I think is the kind of typical floristry shop that you see on the high street, It's going to have a nice big window at the front. But out the back I thought, since we have seasons and the ability to grow plants and with the new floristry table, we can make bouquets. I thought, why not have a nice greenhouse on the back so that, if your sim buys this, then they can do it all on one lot. Obviously, you might want to, build up and make, a little apartment upstairs, but this should have everything that you need to work with the skill to make your own bouquets and stuff, which I think is wonderful. So, now that I've done my little spiel, where are we? Yeah, at the doors and windows, I thought, first Sims 4 Seasons build, why not? Let's just use all the season stuff. So, brand new season door and windows. I do almost go window mad. Like here, look, I'm trying to put windows on every bit of the front. It just looks a bit silly. I do get rid of the weird middle bit. And not before adding another one, though. Disappear. Yes, there we go. And what am I doing now? I have watched this through and edited it, and before doing the voiceover, and now I've completely forgotten what I'm doing. Oh yeah, okay, so just trying to make sure that the proportions seem right. It felt a bit wide. Obviously, you don't have that much space on a high street, so I didn't want the shop to be too massive, especially because then we're just going to have to fill it full of loads of stuff. But yeah, I've added a bit like a toilet up in there as well, just so that, if your sim is there either visiting or running the shop, there's a bathroom, because, sims, when they, you don't want them to pee themselves, it's just not fun. Yep, adding on the nice glass roof, making sure that it's all perfect, trying to get the right roof trim so that it makes it look like it actually flows into the building, or not have massive eaves or anything. I'm starting to learn with the glass roofs. I really am. And yeah, this is just making the roof look alright. There's not a lot. I don't feel there's a lot you can do with flat roofs. But I'm just not a flat roof kind of gal, really. I do put that air conditioning vent thing on the top because it's just something to put on, to be honest. And trying to do the facade. Again, I was going to see if I could use the season stuff, but it just didn't look right since it's, like the front of a high street or something. I am thinking that maybe in the future I'm going to do more of a row of shops or something, maybe in like Magnolia Promenade. And think this would be nice in one of a set, so you have like a clothing store next to it and maybe a bakery and that kind of stuff. Just be more fun, and it'd be a challenge, I think, to make them all look different but cohesive. But yeah, that's an idea for a different time. We're moving on with this build. Yeah, just putting in some lights so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And why not put in the new seasons lights? The next few builds are going to be heavily seasons builds because, oh my god, I'm so happy for this new pack. So I'm just putting in the detective lights because I think they look kind of like hydroponic lamp lights or something. Just so that, your plants will get enough light, even in the winter, and you can still be selling flowers. And obviously putting in huge windows so that it has that proper greenhouse. It's just made of glass kind of look. Obviously putting paint in. I was tempted to go with the bright green, but it still looks ridiculous. That green is so bright. It still just looked a bit mad. Yeah, and I've done the roof moved. I sped forward a little bit there because I had a right faff with that half wall. I spent far too long trying to do that, and you guys didn't have to see that. You didn't need to see that. So sped forward. But yeah, everything is now the right colour. And I think I'm trying to find some decorations for the front. I love these, like, kind of raised beds, almost. They just look so good, as do so many things in this pack. They're so detailed and lovely, and I just want to use it all. But I can't use it all at the same time, obviously, because it would just look like a mishmash of everything. And that's not a really good look. Eclectic is good, but mishmash? Not good. Not good at all. Just trying to have some nice floor trim. Is that a floor trim? I don't know. Yeah, I have to put the grid back on then, so that I could do this nice bit of bed. I was planning here, I'm going to do a nice, what is it called? Flower bed out the front, because why not have a flower bed out the front of a florist? If it's not, you know, if you're not going to do it at the front of the florist, where are you going to do it? Then I realised that that isn't centred, and it was starting to give me a bit of, like, anxiety, panic, that just that wasn't in the right place. It's still not quite, like, lined up properly with the front of the, you know, the windows of the build, but I still think that looks quite nice. I suppose if you wanted, you could make it more, like, circular. Or, it's not, it wouldn't be circular, it'd be, like, octagonal. Not stretched out, is what I'm meaning. And yeah, just playing with a bit of the bedding. The, you know, the plant bedding. Not bed bedding. Oh my god, what am I saying? Where am I going? But yeah, I tried to make this, like, kind of symmetric and organised, so that it didn't look, you know, so that it looked well kept and planned. Because sometimes when I put plants down, it's just kind of a bit random and a bit of a mismatch. But in front of a florist, it should probably, especially in the proper bed, should probably be quite nice. So, you know, just trying to get it so it looks pretty, and obviously it's still a little bit wild, and, you know, you have different flowers and stuff, and it's, yeah, but some kind of organisation to it is always good. Yeah, just a lot of layering and nice plants. I think that looks like quite a nice, you know, bed at the front. And then I realised that the side of this build looked so dull, so I thought, let's put some hedges around the build. I'm also going to put some trees and associated flora underneath. Oh yeah, this build's called Flora's Florist, just because I didn't want to call it just Florist. So I thought, Flora's Florist. That's quite nice. Bit of alliteration. It's hard to say. At least it is for me. I thought it was cute. Obviously, put it in your world. You can name whatever you like. Put your Sims name there if you're gonna, you know, buy the lot and run it. Completely up to you, of course. Here we are with the trees. Wonderful. I do almost, again, go overboard. I think I have a tendency to go overboard with things. You know, too many trees, too many windows, too many curtains. Just too much stuff. Yeah, I sometimes have to, like, rein myself back in and be like, no, you don't need to do that many things. It's fine. Don't go overboard. Please stop. Put the mouse away. You are done. And then a bin up the front, because what is a high street, you know, without a bin? And, you know, they're more than likely to get glasses of water from the sink. So, you know, if you don't want to make them clean it up, you can always drag it into the bin, I suppose. And some nice flowers going up the sides of the door. There, I thought that was a nice, cute touch. I think I'm done with the outside now. I say that tentatively. I don't think I mess with the outside again. But just putting some, you know, walling, tiles and flooring and stuff in. I think it's, yeah. I think those Jungle Adventure tiles work really well for, like a conservatory kind of, greenhouse thing. I just think they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And I thought I'd put some bees in, because you can probably harvest and then sell the honey as well, and that's quite, you know, planty. So I thought that'd work well. And, you know, they'll help with your flowers to grow, so all is sorted. Was going to see if you could fit a sprinkler. I didn't realise the sprinkler's region was quite so big, and yeah, it wasn't gonna like being there. And then just a couple of other things. Dustpan and brush, because you know you're gonna get the dirt's gonna you're gonna get some dirt on the floor. Gotta have to sweep that up. And then I think I'm looking. I'm looking for the hose, because you know you're gonna want to water, and I don't know. I just quite like making my builds kind of real in a sense. You know, Sims aren't going to use that, but you would if you had an actual florist. So, and onto the toilet. I'm going to use the new stuff. I had a bit of an issue. I was like, how do I put this in? And then I remembered the magic, in a minute, of the T button. Because obviously then you just get a top-down view. So that I could actually put the toilet roll in the bathroom. Because I now, you know, ever since discovering that item, I can't build a bathroom without putting the toilet roll in. Or like, you know, in this case, paper towel dispensers, or, you know, in the other bathrooms, you know, hand towel or whatever. Nice mirror so that you know, you can see if your hair's doing something funny, or fix your lippy. Though I'm not sure you really fix your lippy at a florist, but there you go. And I know that's supposed to be a hand sanitizer dispenser, but I'm going to say it's soap, and that makes a bit more sense. And adding some flooring into the main bit. I went into that, I transitioned that really quickly. I felt like I was going to choke on the words. But yeah, I think I start by obviously putting a counter down, and then having a till, so that we can finally get rid of the annoying exclamation mark in the top left hand corner. It's like, you haven't finished your lot, you don't have one of these. But yeah, I then it took me, I just looked at it and went, it's a really big shop. I've made a really big shop. Even though it's only on a 20 by 30 lot, it's a big shop. So I was going through all the shelves being like, what can I put where? And then I remembered these big wall planty decoration objects. Along with these lovely like little flowers on the wall, and I decided that I'd put them together to make a little bit of kind of cute artworky stuff. I'm not with the words today. I'm very sorry, guys. But obviously I've had to make this rather quickly, since obviously the game came out on Friday, and this is coming out today, which is a Sunday. So I've had to do this all a little bit faster than I would normally. Normally I do, you know, get a bit of time to plan my builds a bit more, and play with them a bit more. You know, so I can see what works and what doesn't work. But I think this comes out well. And the only thing that I'm not quite sure about in this build is about these tables, because I put another set of 2 there, you see, and I'm not sure if that just kind of would impede the flow around the shop. I know that, you know, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal in The Sims, but maybe an actual florist wouldn't do that, you know? Not sure. But those tables are going to have the vases that, you know, you can make on the floristry table. And I'm going to put a bunch of them in from debug mode. Yeah. Okay, so these, like, flower things, I thought of these as, you know, when you go into a florist and there's just, like, buckets of small bouquets, and you can just kind of pick them up, along with other, you know, there's other flowers around, and, you know, you can choose what goes into a bouquet yourself. Those were just the kind of pre-made bouquets that are in my local florists, as soon as you go in the door like that. And I just thought it was really cute. And here we are in, I've opened the debug bit, which you get to by typing in bb.show hidden objects. And then I found them all, and there are so many. I was going to say millions, there aren't millions, but there are a whole load of different ones. So I just went through at random and picked them. I didn't know, change the default vase. I'd recommend that if you do a shop, don't have them all in the same vase, because it just looks very samey. I think they are all different flowers, but yeah, having different vases would make it, you know, just that little bit nicer. And I do plant all these flowers before the screenshots that you're seeing, but I forgot to change the vase colours because I didn't really think of it at the time. But yeah, I also found that weird thing, some kind of alien tree. But yeah, so all of the flowers are, you know, will be planted, and you'll see that in the screenshots that they are planted. And I think we're about at the end, so we're about to go into the screenshots. Woohoo! Here is my florist. It's looking very green and lovely. I think the season's, is it spring or is it autumn? I don't know which one it is. But yeah, these are all the screenshots. This build is of course available on the gallery. There's a link down below, or you can just go and find it on my gallery page. At Sheep Games is my Origin ID. But yeah, I hope you guys have liked this video and this build. Please, you know, like it. Obviously hit like if you've liked it. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Bye!